The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the deserted carnival grounds. The vibrant colors of the rides and booths had faded into shadows, and the once joyous laughter was replaced by an unsettling silence. I stood at the entrance, hesitating, as a chill ran down my spine. The sign read, "Welcome to the creepy carnival after dark." I had always been drawn to the unusual and macabre, so when I heard about the infamous creepy carnival that operated only after sunset, I couldn't resist the temptation to explore it. As I stepped inside, the creaking sound of the rusted gates closing behind me echoed like a warning. My flashlight flickered to life, cutting through the darkness as I cautiously ventured further. The first thing that caught my eye was an old carousel. Its once beautiful horses now twisted into grotesque shapes. As I shone my light upon them, it seemed as if their eyes followed me, and the carousel began to creak and turn on its own. The faint sound of eerie carnival music filled the air, growing louder with each passing second. Heart pounding, I hurried away from the possessed ride, my footsteps echoing on the desolate grounds. The air was thick with an unsettling energy as I wandered through the carnival. I stumbled upon a row of game booths, the prizes still waiting as if frozen in time. One game in particular drew me in, an old fortune teller machine with faded paint and cracked glass. With a shiver, I inserted a coin, and the machine whirred to life. A garbled voice spoke, "I see darkness in your future, a presence that follows." The voice trailed off, and the lights in the booth flickered before extinguishing completely. Dread gnawed at my insides, urging me to leave, but a morbid curiosity kept me going. The path led me to a tent with a sign that read, "The Haunted Hall of Mirrors." I cautiously stepped inside, my flashlight revealing distorted reflections of myself at every turn. But as I gazed deeper into the mirrors, my own reflection began to change. My face twisted into a sinister grin, and my eyes turned a malevolent shade of red. I stumbled back in horror, colliding with a mirror that felt far too solid. The mirrors around me began to warp and shift, reaching out with elongated hands to grab at me. With a scream, I tore myself free and sprinted out of the tent. Breathless and trembling, I found myself in front of a tent labeled "The Freak Show." The canvas flaps rustled as if beckoning me inside. Swallowing hard, I pushed through the entrance, only to be met with a collection of shadowy figures illuminated by dim, flickering lights. There was a contortionist whose limbs bent at unnatural angles, a bearded woman with a sinister grin, and a figure shrouded in darkness, eyes glowing like embers. I moved closer, unable to tear my gaze away from the enigmatic figure. It held out a hand, revealing elongated fingers with razor-sharp claws. "Care to see what lurks beneath?" it hissed, its voice a chilling whisper. Before I could respond, it lifted its cloak, revealing a swirling abyss that seemed to devour all light. Paralyzed by fear, I watched as skeletal hands reached out from the void, grasping for me. With a cry, I stumbled back and fled the tent, the haunting laughter of the freaks echoing in my ears. I ran through the carnival grounds, the distorted laughter and unsettling music following me. My heart pounded in rhythm with the pounding of my feet against the earth. As I reached the entrance, the gate swung open with an eerie creak, allowing me to escape the nightmare that had become the creepy carnival after dark. Gasping for breath, I stumbled out onto the street, the moonlight a welcome relief after the horrors I had witnessed. I glanced back at the carnival, now shrouded in darkness, and wondered if it would disappear by morning, leaving no trace of the nightmare that had unfolded within its gates. The memory of that night still haunts me, a constant reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind the facade of something seemingly innocent. I often find myself waking in a cold sweat, the sound of distorted laughter and eerie music ringing in my ears. The creepy carnival after dark is a place I will never forget, a place where the boundary between reality and the supernatural became thin, and the horrors that emerged from the shadows will forever be etched into my mind.